Of all the people who don't need an introduction next, this is the person who needs the least of an introduction because he is the heart and soul of Justice Southbury. Please give a warm welcome to Jeremy Farrell. I don't have to tell Jeremy to lean into that microphone.
Hello, everybody. How are we all doing today? Yeah! It's great to see so many people here. So I tend to speak at each of these every single year just to speak a little bit about what I've learned from Justice Southbury. And today I want to talk about trust in a very specific way. So I also have a lot of privilege, just as Rick said. I am born into a life where I have been given a lot of tools and resources. But I've also spent my life systematically realizing the ways in which I'm not privileged. I was born and I was Jewish, and I didn't think that was a problem. And then I grew up. I was born and I was autistic, but I didn't know what that meant. And I didn't think it would be a problem. And then I saw how other people talked about it and interacted with it. I'm now queer, and I didn't even know that growing up, that was part of me. And now I do. And I can't speak to every single person's experience who has these identities, who is struggling with these things. But I do want to speak to mine for a second. Because as a member of these communities, as somebody who is genuinely afraid and scared right now, I have learned so much about trust from Justice Southbury in a way that truly brings me solace. When we talk about trust with Justice Southbury, I think a lot of times we talk about the trust to show up each week. For the first few years, that's how I thought about it. Well, if I can't be there, I trust other people to show up to make sure these weeks keep going, to make sure we don't stop at week 100 or 150 or 200. But as things have gone on, I've kind of come to a newer realization. I know that Justice Southbury can't go on forever. It can't continue endlessly into the future. At some point, we will have the last weekly rally. And what I've learned about trust is that that's okay. Because I don't have a trust that everybody's going to show up every single week. I have a trust in everybody here that we all care. That we all feel we need to be here. That we all know exactly how important this is and exactly how much this means to us. I know that if Justice Southbury has his last weekly rally, it is not because anybody let it. It is not because anybody rolled over. It is not because anybody lost the faith and just stopped. We will keep going as long as we can. And to know that, to truly trust that the people around me, regardless what happens, we're in this as strongly, as deeply, as meaningfully as I am, brings me a type of solace that is very hard to find these days. So often right now, things could go one way that could be good, or things can go other way that would be tragic and terrible. But here, I see what we've built, and it's something that can't be taken away. It's not just our history, but it's our connections, the trust we have with each other. And I am so hopeful and thankful for the fact that I know that people come to Justice Southbury and they stay, and they may be organizers, or they may stand on the outskirts, and then they may leave. But they go on to do incredible things. They bring this energy with them. They bring the love of this corner with them. And regardless what happens in the future of Southbury, I am so proud and thankful to have the trust I have in so many of you who show up every week, who are part of this however you can be, who come back after months of difficulty or not being able to be here, and remind me that we really are all in this together. And that is a type of solace that I hold very close to my heart in these dark times. Thank you.